Hello my little lovebirds, TonyaTko here, and I'm doing this impromptu video. I did not prepare for it. I came in and this thought was on my heart and mind, and I posted up a little pic on Facebook about it. So if you're not on my Facebook page, please come over there because a lot of my video topics actually get started in the discussion area on Facebook. So if you go to facebook.com/TonyaTko show, the links, everything will be below for wherever you can find me on the internet. But I came in and this thought was on my heart and mind about what to do when you don't want to be with somebody. So I decided to just turn on the camera, and you see I don't even have on my eyebrows, so you guys know I must love you. No concealer, no nothing. So what I'm going to do is this video is going to be sponsored by my vitamin E, because the vitamin E helps me stay young and fresh looking, and it stops me from having to wear foundation. So this is dedicated to the vitamin E, because I know what it's like to have to run out and not want to have to put all the foundation on your face. And also, I'm not going to do the white glove test, but I'll just no makeup, nothing, because I know how embarrassing it can be when you go to hug somebody and your foundation gets put on their face. So sponsored by the vitamin E, as well as for the men, the Lick My Face Razor Bump solution that I just came out with at TKO Skin. Not only does it stop you from getting razor bumps, you know my products are organic, all natural and handmade, so there are no harsh chemicals, no chemicals in it at all. They're just all natural essential oils and acids, etc., fruit acids. So that's the co-sponsor of this video, because I also put the Lick My Face on my face. So it'll also help men get their discoloration down, like if you have like old razor burn or darkness from razor bumps or scars that were there before. So I also use the Lick My Face on my face, among other areas. So those two products get rid of hyperpigmentation. The vitamin E specializes in reversing the signs of aging. If you get sunburn, cut, scrape, like I've had old acne scars, but as you see, they're not there anymore because I heal them before they become a problem. So let's get right into today's video. When you don't want to be with somebody anymore, the easiest way is to tell the truth. You know what, let me not say the easiest way, because somebody did come on the Facebook page and they were like, oh, it's not always easy to tell the truth. But that's an issue that resides within you. The best way is to always be truthful, and once you start being truthful, you're gonna see that it becomes easier and easier to become truthful. This video is especially dedicated to men because, and you know, I've interviewed a lot of men, and I know that part of the reason that men are not truthful, that they rather just disappear or, you know, slowly kind of try to eject themselves from the relationship, is because they don't want to hurt the woman. They don't want to see her cry. They don't want to go through the drama of her trying to hold on to him or whatnot. And I'm saying the truth works better than any excuse, and especially any lie, because the truth gives that person the opportunity to perhaps work on things that they may need to work on, maybe come to some self-realizations about some things that they have going on inside them. It also gives them an opportunity to make the best decision for them. You know, and I'm going to give you some examples. It gives them the opportunity to make the best decision for them. It also gives them a very real and very plain view that you guys may not be a good match, or at least from your point of view are not a good match. And believe me, it does not matter what it is, and it doesn't matter the situation either. I mean, we always have to exercise tact, but we have to think about the truth. You need to spend some time thinking about yourself, thinking about your values and the things that you hold near and dear to yourself, and figure out, why is it that I don't want to be with this person? Get down to the lowest common denominator, the root cause. Get down to the root cause and figure out for yourself, why is it that you and this person just aren't gelling or not meshing well from your point of view. The last thing you want to do is continue on the relationship pretending. Who was it? I believe Sharon Stone was the one who said women are good at faking orgasms and men are good at faking whole relationships. And you know, it can be so easy. It can be so easy to just uh, wade, W-A-D-E, wade on by, letting things just continue and progress, knowing inside. Remember, I said in my last video that I could have been married 3 times already, and I know what it's like to be in a relationship that's just coasting by. You know, time just continues to tick on. You know, you're not really happy, but you don't have an outward, how do I put this? See, because I didn't make notes for this video. You don't have something concrete, something huge, something drastic that's like, oh no, like this person does not offend. You know, you just want to be elsewhere. You know, I'm sorry. You you see the direction that their life is going in, or their life plan, and you know that that's just not what you want. Or where they are right now is something that you just don't want, whether they want to have children now and you don't, or they don't want to have children now and you do, or you still want to see other people. Let me make a quick caveat, because this is Steve Harvey wrote a book, and in his book he was like, oh, you know, women who are successful, that they mainly have attitudes, and that's why some men may be turned off by them. And he was saying, ain't no man afraid of your success, girl. Sit down with that. But I can honestly tell you, as a business owner, that is an issue for some people. I had a gentleman come here. You know, we were cool until he came here, and he looked around at the span of my loft and the stock area and the production area and the shipping area and all of that, and he became really despondent, really quiet. And he said to me, and he was honest, he said, you know, looking around at your business makes me realize that there are a lot more things that I need to work on personally. And I was like, I mean, you know, it's cool. I mean, this is my business, and this is what I do, and I'm happy with where I am at my station in life. But that particular person was not happy with his level of success, and coming into whatever situation it was that he wanted to come in with me, he felt for his own personal life that this was not where he wanted to be right now, that he needed to go work on some things. So men, if you are not at a place in your life where you want what she wants, please be honest with her. Excuse me. Ladies, I get this all the time, because, you know, when I go out, you know, and you know, I don't have any makeup now, but believe me, I'm quite the knockout when I do get dressed up. I'm just joking. I know you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, you're beautiful now, Tonya, even without makeup." I know you'll say that, but oh, I know. I'm just joking. But no, seriously, when I go out, you know, there are gentlemen who try to, you know, they try to get with me or whatnot. They try to, you know, rap and stuff. And I'm very honest. You know, if I'm not attracted to them, I could listen. I tried the whole gamut. I have a man. Oh, I'm married. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. And they come up with all different types of excuses. Ladies, tell a man. You, I'm sorry. Some of you are going to be like, I can't say that. Maybe you didn't practice it first. But I'm very serious. I tell them, listen, I'm not attracted to you. And I tell them, and sometimes they'll be like, oh, blah, how do you know? If you tell a man this, honey, if you tell him you don't think you'll be able to be faithful to him because he just doesn't turn you on, oh, honey, he'll leave you alone right then and there. The moment you mention infidelity, the moment you mention that, it's not, the conversation is over. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. That's the only thing that I found that works. And I'm so straight up with it. I'm like, you know, I'm not attracted to you, and it's going to be a waste of your time and my time, because if I can't get aroused by you, the sex life is not going to be good, and I'll probably start fantasizing about other men, and I don't think I'd be able to be faithful. Um, I'm sorry, you know, and I'm in New York. I have not had an adverse reaction to that. You know, people are like, oh, you know, I can feel that, because men in particular, if they're not attracted to you, they're not trying to stay with you. You know, they might try to hit it and quit it, but if you can't get aroused by him, no. And men, you know, be honest. If you're not attracted to her, listen, don't go and get your rocks off and then dump her. No, be honest with, especially if you're grown, you're not gonna be doing that anyway. You know, but the whole point of this video, I'm not sort of clowning for a little bit, even though I was being truthful. The whole point of this video is to tell you, no matter what the truth is for you, you know, say it. You know, coming up with excuses, lies, or whatnot, it doesn't benefit you. You know, it does something to your psyche. It puts a withdrawal from your karmic debt, or a deposit in your karmic debt, and it doesn't give that person the opportunity to move on quicker, go on with their lives, work on whatever it is. If you listen, you know, it may hurt, right? But if you see that your mate is not taking care of themselves, and they're starting to, I don't know how health conscious you are, or whether or not, you know, body fat or smell or whatever matters to you. You know, different people are different. But if it's something that really matters to you, if it's a part of your core beliefs, you know, have a serious and honest conversation with this person. And you have to realize that it's up to that person to make the changes that they need to make in their lives. And you have to, now this is, listen, if you do not want to be with that person, not if you're like, oh, okay, well, I can deal with it, you know, I can deal with it. If you can deal with it, you know, but if you can't deal with it, the best thing you can do for yourself, the most loving thing you can do for yourself, for the other person, is to tell the truth, no matter what. If you have a life vision that this person, that you, even if it's money related, money is a very touchy topic. It's very touchy, and I've noticed that when I tell people the truth about money, that's when I get the adverse reaction. I get an adverse reaction when I do talk to people about, you know, where it is that they're going and where I hope to be, and I don't want to make them feel bad. You know, if sometimes you can really see when a person is not going in your direction. You talk with them, and you talk to them about their spending habits. You talk to them about how the way they spend money and their values just really aren't in line with yours, and it's a turn off. If you're turned off by somebody, listen, if you're turned off by someone's spending habit, by their dream of the future, by the disgusting, horrifying things that they gorge themselves with, be truthful. And that is my whole video for today. I would love your comments below. Have you personally ever tried the truth? Did it backfire on you? Were you tactful? Was there another way that you could be more tactful? Do you have any sentences that you can offer to the people below? I gave you a few in this video. People with children, you know, it's not politically correct, but if you do have a preference, you know, and it's unfortunate. I don't want to go off into too many tangents, but you know, it's unfortunate. But remember, everybody is not going to be a good match. You know, I tell this to women a lot of the times, and then I also feel like I have to reiterate this for men. I mean, just because she's pretty and a nice person or whatever, and you don't have to be with every single person just because they want to be with you. If you're not happy, if you have a different direction that you want your life to go in, if they have children and a wild baby father and you don't want to be in that drama, Be honest, you know, that way she can get that situation in check. Oh God. How do I put this? I was dating this guy with this baby. Oh my God, this baby mama drama. And I had to tell him, I'm like, listen, you really need to get that situation under control. It's like, it was too much. It was too much. And it was like, he was a great person and everything, but he really needed to handle his business as a man. He really needed to put his foot down and have a conversation with that young lady and really organize that side of his life. It was disruptive and it was distracting and it was men, really, please be careful. When you go out there having sex, realize that any woman that you lay down with could be the mother of your child, and then you have to deal with life with this person from here on out. So please be careful, and then you can disqualify yourself from a potential relationship in the future because of that. But that's another story, and we'll talk about that in another video. This is TonyaTko, and I'm out. Remember, this video is sponsored by my vitamin E. If you go to tkoskin.com, you'll see my vitamin E. Just click on products on the left, and it's also co-sponsored by my Lick My Face razor bump removal. I'll try to get it closer, but the light is so bright because the paper is white. But if you go to my website, tkoskin.com, and click on the left, you'll see Lick My Face, and you'll see all of the other products I have. My biggest selling product gets rid of stretch marks, and my complexion polish makes your face and your skin, your body glow. So that's me, and I'd love your comments below. What do you think is the best way to break up with a person? Make them break up with you? Just start being a horrible person? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Get out. Tell the truth, honestly. Tell them no matter what it is. If they have an odor and you can't deal with it, tell the truth. You know, tell that I can't express it enough. It's the most loving, most kind thing to do. TonyaTko.com, TKOskin.com, Facebook.com/TonyaTko show, Twitter.com/TonyaTko, and I'm also on Instagram at TonyaTko. Leave your comments below. Peace. And to end off the video, I'll give you guys some more things that you can say. I'm not feeling intellectually stimulated by this relationship. I miss the romance. I'm starting to fantasize about other people. I'm tempted to have an affair. I am unhappy. We don't do the things we used to do. We only stay inside, you know, and before you get to the stage that you don't want to be with this person anymore, you will find that along the way, having honest dialogue, honest, open communication with this person can even stop you from getting to the point where you don't want to be with them anymore. I'm telling you, honesty really is the best policy. It's the best excuse in the book because it's real. Because you dig down inside what's inside of you and what it is that's truly troubling you. And it doesn't get more real. It doesn't get more potent than that. And not only that, because it's real, it's something that you can stand by with all of your conviction and your beliefs. And it's something that you can reiterate, and it's something that comes from your core. So if you tell the truth, you will always be in the right place, no matter what it is, because my truth is going to be different than your truth. And your truth will also change at the stage at which you are in life. So where you are right now and the person that you are with, please, I'm begging you, tell the truth. TonyaTko, and I'm out. You will really see how it will set you free. Peace. Last segment, someone just asked on my Facebook page as I was rendering it, so I stopped rendering it to answer this question. Then I'm going to render it now and get it up. Someone just asked, what if you don't want to hurt that person's feelings? And I know that this is a particularly sensitive subject and topic for men. And I'm going to tell you, it's much more kind. Listen, brothers, listen to me. It's much more kind to tell her now, the moment you start feeling it. It's much more kind to tell her the truth than to have her living in a lie. The more time you spend going along in a relationship, because believe me, that relationship is going to end. If you are not happy and you are not discussing the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth with that person along the way, if you've gotten to the point where you don't want to be with that person anymore, and you've been holding this in along the way, that relationship is going to end sooner or later. It's much better to tell this person the truth. I don't know what your truth is, brother, but I'm telling you, no matter what it is, it's much better to tell her the truth now than to go along in the relationship further. I don't know how long you've been with her or him. It's much better to get that done now. And I know that it may be hard, honey, but it's hard for you because the truth is something that you need to come to terms with. The truth and coming to grips with who it is that you are and what it is that you need, and having the ability, honey, and the strength. Listen to me. Having the ability and the strength to know who you are and to be able to communicate that to someone else. And I know that men have some issues with communication, but I'm going to tell you, listen, baby, it is a lot better. It is a lot more kind. It is a lot more, what's the word? It's a word, empathetic. I can't think of the word. But it's a word for when you show kindness to a person. It's a lot better to do that now than to prolong it. And also, you help that person become stronger. You help that person become aware of the truth. Not only that, you put a deposit in your karmic debt so that when the time comes for somebody to tell you the truth, I mean, think about it. And I understand that women are soft and women are fair in your opinion. But women are a lot stronger than you think. And what eats and what burns a woman up inside is when she thinks that everything is okay. Or she has that nagging feeling that something is not. And she doesn't know what it is that is not okay, whether it's her level of education, whether it's her past, whether it's her family. I don't care what it is. Have these conversations. Be real and be upfront and tell the truth. And baby, I know it's hard because I tell the truth. Listen, I don't want to get too personal, but I had to, and you guys, some of you who know, you know I was very happy in my last relationship. I thought that was it, honey. I thought it was the one. And there were some things that were bothering me that I knew were not sustainable long term. And I had a very truthful and I had a very open and very real conversation with this person. And it was a tough conversation to have because I knew that once I had this conversation that things would not be the same. But then what is the alternative? What's the alternative to that? Either you spare this person's feelings and you crumble and pound and weigh upon your own, or you let the truth set the situation free. Honey, let me tell you, the most loving thing you can do, not only for that person, but for you, is to tell the truth, honey. I'm telling you right now, you sit down and you figure out inside of you what it is that is troubling you. And you sit that person down, and honey, I know it's not going to be easy, but nobody said life was going to be easy. And if you are a man listening to this, baby, believe me, this is a true test of your strength, because you cannot consider yourself to be a strong person as long as you're hiding behind the falseness of lies, while you're hiding behind the shroud and the facade of a truth that does not exist. No, baby. If you want to be a real strong person, and if you want to be the man that you know that your parents raised you to be, honey, sit down and have this real conversation with that woman. I don't care what it is, and I don't know what problem it is that you guys are going through out there right now, but no matter what it is, you tell the truth. I clowned a little bit earlier in this video, but I'm telling you right now, honey, oh baby, I know. Honey, I know. I know it ain't easy. Believe me, because I've had to pull upon the courage that exists within me, inside me. I had to pull upon that courage. And I know, honey, I know we got egos, and I know that people are fragile, but honey, be tactful and be kind, but most of all, be true. Listen to me, be true, and be true to you, because you are very important. Remember, this person makes up 50% of the relationship, and you make up the other 50%. Is one person's feelings and desires and needs more important than the other person's? No, honey. What you need out of life and what you need from a person is important too, baby, and you have got to be happy. At the end of the day, you got to be happy, baby. And if you are not happy, male or female, whoever you are out there, honey, listen to me. Listen. Do it now. Do it today. Sit down and have that conversation with that person. It may not be the end, but it could be the start to some new open dialogue. Honey, listen to me. It could be the start for some new open dialogue so that that person could do the things, if they are willing to do them, to make the changes that you need in order. But honey, listen, everybody is different, and everybody is not going to be the person that you need, but you owe it to yourself to put it out there and let them know. And then what they decide to do with that information from then on is up to them. They may not want to be with a person who has the same, who has the values that you do. When I had that conversation with the person that I broke up with, honey, he didn't want to be with a person who had the you know what? I'm gonna get personal with you guys right now. I found out that my ex had put his hands on one of his exes. Not even a slap. I found out he punched her in the face. Oh my God. And I had a conversation with him, a real open conversation with him about my concerns about that, because I was very concerned. And though that was something that was not a part of our relationship, I expressed to him my concerns, and at that point things began to change. And honey, listen, when I had that conversation with him, things were never the same afterwards. And that is, you know, it has always been a fear of mine to be in love with a man who would ever put his hands on me. And this person was very charming and he was physically just beautiful. And there was nothing, there were some little lies I caught him in along the way, but you know, nothing that was, you know, outlandish. But when he told me that story, you know, a lot of red flags began to raise up, and I decided to sit down and have a conversation with him about a lot of the things that, a lot of the red flags that had raised up, and especially about that one. And I spoke to him about my policy on that. Oh, because I have a zero tolerance policy on that. And you guys know that my father is a very active part of my life, as well are my brothers. And oh no, honey, that doesn't fly around here. And after we had that conversation, I don't know if it was that he dug down deep inside himself, but things were never the same after we had that conversation. And believe me, you know, it did hurt, right? But I had to realize at the end of the day that the truth is the truth, and we don't own the truth. And I had to sit down and have a truthful conversation with him. And Gosh, you know what this is, and we know that people people who are abusers, sometimes it takes years for this to come out. You know, sometimes it takes quite some time for people to reveal the real them. And believe me, every relationship was not meant to last. And when you tell somebody the truth, you give them the opportunity to dig inside themselves to see if this is something that is a part of their lives. And I don't know, listen, I don't know. I don't know whether or not, you know, my mentioning this to him, because you know what, I took a risk because he was actually the one who divulged the story to me. So I took a risk when I brought it up to him because I knew that, you know, we had had very open conversations up until this point. And after I brought this up to him, the open conversations that we had began to dwindle and die. So that was a risk that I took. And I had to come to terms with the fact that perhaps there was something about the conversation that we had that struck a chord in him. And he realized that this was something that may, I don't know, it may be a part of who he is. I do not know. I don't know. But that was the risk that I took, and things changed after we had that talk. They changed. And so listen, if I can do it, honey, you can do it too. Trust me. Trust me. Believe me, and believe me, I know what it's like when you like something about a person overall, but remember, it takes quite some time to know the real person. So if you see, if there's some red flags, if there's some things that are popping up, if there's some stuff that you are just not happy about, or if you have some concerns, bring it up. You never really know. You never really know. This might be who that person is, and oh honey, it could be it could get a not it could be a lot worse. No honey, it could get a lot worse. That could be where it's going. So express your concerns now. And on that note, I'm finally out. And now this video is so much longer. What in the, oh, that is so, please pretend you did not see that. It's hot in here. I'm embarrassed. Listen. Listen, I wish I edited my videos at this point. You know what? I got excited for a moment. Okay, let me get out of here. I'm embarrassed. What was I saying? On that note, I'm ending the video. Oh, I don't even remember what I was saying now. Just too embarrassed. It's hot. So anyway, listen. Honey, listen. If there's some red flags or whatnot, express it now. Talk about it now. Get to the heart of the matter now. Divulge now. Take the risk to get it out there now. And if I'm hot, why did I put this hood on? It's making me hotter. Listen, I am out. Let's hug. Oh, you know what? Let's not hug today. I need to go control myself. This is so inappropriate. I gotta get off this video. You know, because you guys know I don't wear deodorant, right? I don't wear antiperspirant because this stuff is cancer causing. It's carcinogenic. So sometimes I sweat. I sweat. But you know, because of my clean diet, I don't smell, but I sweat, and apparently it's gotten bigger. Because listen, this is too much. Listen to the earlier part of this video. Omit the end. Just omit it. I wish I could hypnotize you. Ignore the last 2 minutes of this video. TonyaTko, and I'm out. I gotta go. I have to go change. I will talk to you guys later. Please leave your comments below. TonyaTko, and I'm out. You have all my links. They're below. I'm not gonna reiterate them. Peace.